Hello everybody and welcome. This is a Legacy School literacy lesson for Year 6, Week 1. For this lesson you'll need your Cambridge Checkpoint Practice book from pages 1 to 3 and your copybooks. If you don't have a copybook, you can just use a piece of paper. So the teaching aims of today's lesson are to get familiar with factual writing and reading and discussing factual texts. Alright, so let's have a quick discussion. What kinds of books did you read over the holiday? Any interesting novels? And remember, novels are fiction. Fiction meaning stories that did not happen in real life. Or have you read any nonfiction books or maybe newspaper articles or magazines over the summer holiday? Let's talk about the main difference between fiction and nonfiction. Fiction, like we said, something that did not occur in real life. It's a made-up story. When I was younger, my teacher used to have me remember what the difference between fiction and nonfiction were by saying fiction means fake. Nonfiction means not fake, and that's the easiest way for me to remember. Nonfiction texts are information texts or stories about something that actually did occur. We find nonfiction texts all around us, like in our history books, newspaper articles. If we are writing down a description or reading a description about a certain place, that also counts as a nonfiction text. So why do you think people read newspapers and nonfiction? Let's say they want to get information about something, learn new things, and get more details. What kind of information or topic do you like to read about? I want you to quickly jot down the answer to that question on your piece of paper or copybooks and take a photograph of it and upload it. So now we're going to go ahead and open up our books to page 1. And you can see the title says factual writing. What do you think factual writing means? Factual writing is about facts or information. Last year we already spoke about facts as opposed to what? Can you remember? We talked about facts versus opinions. So the difference between facts and opinions are this. Facts are provable pieces of information. For example, I am female. This is absolutely provable. Nobody can come and say, no, I don't think so. I think you are actually male. No. It is a fact that I am a female. It is a fact that I am your English teacher. It is a fact that my name is Hala. And these cannot be debated or argued against. An opinion is something that might be true for you, but not necessarily true for everybody else. Like I said, my name is Hala. This is a fact. It's true for everybody. Everybody that comes to me knows that my name is Hala. But for example, my opinion could be that Galaxy is the most delicious chocolate bar in the whole world. It might be true for me, but somebody else might say, no, I think Kit Kat is the most delicious chocolate bar in the world. And that would be their opinion. So a fact is something that's true for everybody. An opinion is something that's true for you and not necessarily everybody else. Let's go ahead and look at the text. I'm going to be reading it for you. I want you to open up to your books and follow along as I read. Writing that gives factual information. Wherever you look, you see words to read. You don't even have to open a book or turn on your Kindle or iPad. From advertising billboards to the destination indicator boards on local buses, from direction signs at road junctions to menu selections on display in restaurant windows. Things to read are all around us. Most of us simply absorb the information without being fully aware of what we are doing. Taking in relevant information from written text is one of the most common and important functions that we carry out every day. When we're reading a novel or a short story, we are performing quite a complex activity, as we are not only following the events of the story, but we're also using our imaginations to engage with the characters in the books and the setting that they find themselves in. This form of reading will be looked at more closely in later chapters. In Chapter 1, we're going to look at how writers use language to convey factual information clearly and concisely to their readers. So, we are now just going to discuss, why does the introduction say that there are facts? Because it is provable information. Information is around us everywhere we look. We can find them on billboards, on streets, advertisements, direction signs, boards on bus stations, etc. Do we read fiction and factual writing the same way? This is one to think about. The answer is actually no. So, reading fiction text is actually a very complex activity. It's that way because we're actually using our imaginations, we are picturing what the characters look like, what their personalities are like, how they are saying their dialogue, we are imagining the setting. But when we are reading nonfiction texts, they're just plain straightforward pieces of information, and we don't always have to use our imagination so much. So we're going to start reading the different texts and identify where we can find these pieces of information. So you can look down on your page and you'll find extract 1. So these are the key features of a townhouse. So it's a 3-bedroom townhouse, 10 square meters of living, dining room with parquet floor, original wooden staircase, good-sized bathroom with shower, fireplace in the main bedroom, the attic, potential for further bedroom. It has a cellar, broadband connection, electric and gas, close to local amenities and golf course. TGV station and airport are less than 30 minutes drive. So if you look at this text, you'll see that it's in bulletin points. It's very, very clear to read. All right, so we are going to discuss it a bit more now. So where would you find a text like this? A simple answer could be a newspaper, the internet, or a real estate agency. A real estate agency is an office that gives us different housing listings if we want to buy or rent. What is the purpose of this text? It's definitely to advertise or to sell a house. Why is the title Key Features? What does that mean? Would this information be enough for you to make you interested in the house? Me personally, I would be very interested in this house. Would you like something else? Perhaps maybe some photos? I personally think photos would help a lot. Why do you think the text is not written in full sentences? There's no need to write them in full sentences because we get straight to the point, and we want the text to be very clear, and we want information about this house to be relayed in the quickest manner. Do you think the style, notes, not words and phrases, is suitable for the purpose? It is. It's quick, and the readers do not waste time. It gives the information that is needed. So you can flip the page and go ahead and look at extract 2 about geysers in Iceland. And you can see this text is written much more different. We don't have bullet points. They're actually written in sentences and paragraphs. We also have a nice little photograph depicting a geyser, and we have subheadings that are very clear so that we can find out which paragraph contains which type of information. We're going to go ahead and analyze this text really quickly. And I want you to look at the text without actually reading it and name as many differences you immediately see between this text and the one that we previously looked at. So we already pointed out a few. We're just going to go over all of them. It's written in sentences, arranged into 2 paragraphs, whereas the first text was just bullet points. The headers are very clear. It gives the topic clearly, which is geysers. And there is a photo that makes it immediately clear. All right, so now that we went over our different types of factual writing or factual text, I'm going to give you a quick homework exercise. I want you to write 2 small pieces. For the first one, I want you to write a text about the home that you live in, resembling the features of the first text. So I want you to describe the features of your home. It should be in bulletin points. It should be very clear and concise. should not be incomplete sentences. And for the second activity, I want you to write a short text between 50 and 80 words max, giving information about any natural phenomenon resembling the features of the second text, which are paragraphing, subheadings, writing in full sentences. You can even attach a photo that you can find online. Don't forget to take photos of your work and upload them to the Seesaw app, and I can't wait to see it. Good luck.